right, so we got a flat tire. One option is to use a tube, a new tube, and the other one option is to patch the tube that's punctured. So we're gonna take the tube out, listen, see if we can hear the air hole. If we can, we'll just patch it. If we can't, we'll put in a new tube. So that's what we're gonna do. So we got to find whatever punctured it. If it's still stuck in the tire, then it would be no good to just fix the tube and put it back in the tire. That thorn, oh, I found it. I found the thorn. This thorn would just put another, oh, it's a piece of glass. It's a little shard of glass. So we got to get it out, because if we don't, it'll just re-puncture it again after we fix it. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Get this piece of glass out of here. Sure enough, glass. We ran over glass, and that punctured the tire. Now we're gonna air up the tube and find the hole. That way we can patch it. And then once we patch it, we can be on our way. A lot of people say I should use tubeless tires, but I know how to fix a flat. I know how to fix a tube. So it's a good skill to have, because it's harder to fix a flat when you get a flat and you're running a tubeless tire. It's harder because you got to fill your tire with all this liquid goopy stuff, and so you get a flat out here with one of those, it's a lot harder to fix. And I know people say, well, yeah, but you're less likely to get a flat. Well, I just don't know about that. I have other issues with tubeless ready rims. They've always broken on me. The tubeless ready rims, I guess because I use all my majority 90%, or a lot of force I use on my rear leg. It's a real asymmetrical force exertion on the bicycle, and for some reason that causes tubeless ready rims, at least on the back tire, to split right down the middle. The metal splits between the spoke holes. That's happened over and over again, and nobody can explain it. So, but it's dangerous for that to happen. So, plus it's just more expensive to run, and more of a headache. I'd rather do this headache up front, fix a flat tire out here, than deal with all that. Okay, I gotta be quiet and find the hole. All right. Okay, I found the hole. It's right here. Now, if I can just fix this and air the tire back up, then we can keep going. That was quick and easy to find the hole and the shard of glass. So now we can fix it. We know what's wrong. All we have to do is fix it. And then we can be on our way. All right, so I use this little scraper thing, kind of roughen up the surface, the rubber surface around the hole. Then I get some glue, rubber cement, put it around the hole, is good. Close back up my little bottle of rubber cement. And then I use my scraper here to just kind of move the glue around, thin it out so it's not too thick anywhere. Then we just get a little bit of time to dry. And then once it does, we've got a patch. We put the patch on it. All right. So while it's drying, I want to close up my patch kit. Because it's the patch kit. I'll close up my patch kit because it's done its job. Some rubber bands kind of keep it shut while it's bouncing around in my saddlebag. That's all shut up. Now I think we're dried off enough. So I gotta open this patch. All right, we peeled off the back of it. I'm gonna put this trash away. I'm gonna pick it up before I leave, but for now I'm gonna, well, shoot. It's blowing, I'll get it, but I gotta put this patch on the hole, directly over the hole. There it is. All right, so now it's patched. I'm gonna run and get that little piece of trash. I don't wanna leave any trash out here at all. Even the smallest pieces of trash like this, I pick up, put them back in my saddlebag. I just don't want to be a litter bug. Not at all, not one bit. I respect the people who live out here too much to litter their property. To leave litter on their property. Okay. So now we're gonna let a little bit of air out of it because we aired up the tube so that we could see, so that we could find that hole so we could see the air leaking out. So now we're letting the air back out. Put the tube back in the tire. This is an in-the-field flat fix. A lot of cyclists hate to do this, really hate it. And in a race, it's gonna cut into your time. So, today is not a race. I would be much more annoyed if it was a race. But, I would fix it and continue on with the race. That's just the way it goes, so. All right, make sure the orientation of the tire is correct on the wheel. We don't want to put the tire on backwards. Kind of look at the front wheel and look at where the brake rotors are. Okay, so the brake rotor is over on this side. So that's how it's going to go into the bicycle. And now we put it, now we know we're in the right orientation. So we just find the hole in the rim, stick the tube valve through the hole, and we just move the tire and tube all the way around until it's set on the rim. That's what we want. not a bad idea to carry a pair of tire levers with you. I've got tire levers. It's just, that's one of the headaches you have to deal with more when you go tubeless. That's another headache that I don't like about going tubeless, is that the tire is so much tighter on the rim. It makes it a bigger headache. With this, when you don't run tubeless, it's, you know, I can do it with my bare hands. That's easy for me. So there we go. We got it on. We're almost got it on. There we go. Where the valve is, you don't want to pull it down all the way or it'll pull down past the edge of the tire and the tire won't set right. So you got to push it up in there, inside of the tire, between the walls of the tire. And now, for the fun part, which is airing it up with a little bitty pump. This is why you want to have the biggest, best pump that you can get and carry on your bike. There are a lot of bigger, better pumps than this out there, but as far as small pumps that you carry on your bicycle, this one's really good. And one of the main reasons is because it has this little valve. It's got this hose on it. The hose, most of them don't have a hose, and that makes it a real headache to fix a flat tire when you don't have a hose on your pump. So we got a hose on this pump. And we've got a foot lever. So that makes it easier on us. It's not as good as a big old pump, you know, but it's realistically what I can carry and not have to worry about. It's not too bulky, so it's pretty good. So we just sit out here and pump it up. Pump it up. I don't have a pressure gauge. I'd like to get a pressure gauge and bring it. You know, if I could find one that's cheap enough and small enough to not be a hassle to carry around, I would carry one. But I just kind of use my fingers, feel the sidewalls of the tire, and that tells me if I've got enough pressure. This guy's gonna stop and ask for if I need help, I think. Hey there, how are you doing? Oh no, I got a flat tire and I already fixed it. I just gotta air it up. So I got a pump. It's just, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you so much. Take care. That was nice. He asked me if I needed him to take me to town. That would have been real nice. But I don't want to go to town. I want to finish my ride. So that's what I'm going to do. All right. We're building up that pressure. The sidewalls are setting into the seams of the rim. Oh yeah. Setting up real well, I feel it. It's great. Pressure's almost there. It may be there. I don't know exactly what it is, but I'd rather have a little too much pressure than not quite enough. So I'm gonna add a little more. All right, so we got it. We got enough pressure in it. That's probably more pressure than it had to begin with. It feels pretty good, pretty pressured up. So there we go. We've got this little lock ring that goes around the valve. We'll put it back on. Make sure the valve stem is closed up real well. Put this little lock ring on. Kind of acts as a buffer between the rim and the valve stem. So now, put the tire back on, the rim, the whole wheel. The wheel is what we've got. The tire plus the rim is the wheel. We're gonna put it back on. Make sure it's spinning right. Yeah, that looks good. Good alignment. Excellent. So we're done fixing it. We just got to put all this stuff back on it, on the bike. Return it back over. Put everything back on. Okay. My water bottles. Don't want them leaking the water out, you know, so when I turn it upside down, I take the water bottles out. And Gatorade, all that good stuff that I need. And here's my patch kit. Got plenty more patches in here, because we could easily get another flat. Got my air horn for the dogs and cars and armadillos that we want to make them jump. I'm going to watch them jump. And then the air pump mounts right up under here. Out of the way, lightweight, there when you need it. Good air pump. My cell phone mounts up here. I don't want to turn the bike upside down and have it smash it, you know, so take it off. Make sure it's good and tight so it doesn't rattle loose as I'm continuing down these gravel roads. And then all we got to do is put away the tube. So we're going to do that and we're going to head out. So one thing I like to do with my extra tube, we didn't have to use it today, but I like to put it in a sock. And the reason I do that is because when it's bumping around in my saddlebag here, it over time it can develop holes in it. Scraping on tools, scratching on tools as I bump down the road. So
put it in this sock. That way it's got kind of a buffer. I can put it in there and go, and I don't have to worry about holes developing on the tube without even using the tube. So I'm gonna put it away and continue on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're done.
So if you're gonna run tubes instead of going tubeless, you better know how to fix flat tires, which is what I do. I know how to fix flat tires, so on we go. We continue on our ride.